which is a long way off for all of these competitors at the moment. But that is what Yakubu Adesokan lifted during the qualifying event in Dubai back in February. So after a 19-year-old, we now have a 48-year-old. And fantastic support, I'm sure, for every competitor here. On the opening day of competition, we have 10 different weight categories for both men and women. And we have a Japanese lifter here. This powerlifting competition made its debut in the Paralympics in Tokyo back in 1964. It was considered to be pure weightlifting, then it was converted to powerlifting in Barcelona back in 1992. And the women will have their first competition later on, the 40-kilogram category. They were admitted to the Games in Sydney 2000, and we have 200 powerlifters in total here at London 2012. So 80 kilograms to start. He lifted 111 to qualify for the Paralympics. So this should be something of a warm-up.
Start. Hey. Right.
And very, very simple there for Miura. As you can see, it's a two-part lift with the bar down towards the chest and then lifted up, and those elbows must be locked for it to be considered a fair lift. And each lifter will have 3 attempts at a weight, and they would be allowed a 4th one if a record, either Olympic or world, would be a possibility later on in the competition. The reigning Olympic champion from Beijing, Rule Ishaku of Nigeria, not involved here in London. But as we said, his countryman Adesokan is very much the favourite. Now we have Patrick Ardon, a 29-year-old from France. Anthony Peddle, the British competitor, is also waiting. And in fact, he is the next one to lift. In his 7th Paralympic Games, he broke the world record, winning gold in Sydney back in 2000. And he'll be hoping to end his Paralympic career on a high note on home turf. He lifted 145 kilos during the qualification in Dubai. And if he can just get a bit more than that, he could be among the medal contenders here. Maybe looking to lift in excess of 150 kilos to really be considered somebody who could make it to the podium.
Yeah. Line. Start.
There we go. Down and then up. And the home favourite is off to a fine start. And already he seems to be enjoying the home support here. You can see the rapt concentration on his face there. It's a relatively short movement, but immense power required to complete a successful lift. And he went for 135 kilos there, which is not too far off his qualifying lift. And it's a tactical game as much as anything else for the lifters here, whether they go for something relatively light early on to give themselves a platform, or go big, and if it doesn't quite work out at the first time of asking, then have another go. And now we have Patrick Ardon, and he's going for 136 kilos. And he will be the final first round lift in this Group B. And this would put him into the lead, a sole kilogram ahead of Anthony Peddle. But it's very early days in the competition.
Start.
And the voice you can hear there is the referee.
Right.
And Patrick Ardon is our early leader. And now we have Anatoly Mikolayuk. As we take another look here at Ardon. Now we have one of the youngsters, a 21-year-old Ukrainian. So as you can see, we have a very large spread of ages in this opening group of the powerlifting. 2 40-somethings, a teenager, and 2 lifters in their 20s. And here is Mikolayuk. He's going for 140 kilos, which is 1 kilogram more than he managed in the Olympic qualification back in February. He's clearly fired up for the occasion. All these lifters go through their highly individual routines. And after everybody's lifted once, then the tactics will start, and they'll have to calculate what they can afford to lift and what they may have to lift to get onto the podium as well. So this for 140 kilos. Urged on by the crowd. But not this time. So we have our first failure in the powerlifting, but he'll have 2 more attempts. And he was struggling right from the start there. Once the bar got angled, it was incredibly difficult to shift that weight across.
Bars loaded.
Barbell is loaded, 82 kilograms. This will be
So now we see
second attempt from
Shoba dive again.
of Yakubu.
The second attempt. And he's leaving himself plenty in the tank here. He's capable of lifting over 100 kilos.
Lift to the follower will be Vladimir. Please be ready.
Start.
And that's absolutely no problem. He's looked very comfortable so far, but he's well under his qualifying standard. And these are the lightest powerlifters we will see at London 2012. And there could be some fun and games later on in the competition when we go to the 100 kilogram category. Saeed Rahman holds the world record at 260 kilos, which I'm told is the equivalent of having a baby elephant on each side of the bar. And the Iranian may be aiming for 350 kilos here in London, and that should be well worth a watch. The 100 kilo category takes place on the 5th of September, towards the end of the powerlifting.
Bars loaded.
And it's a world away from what these lifters could achieve, but then, having said that, he's double the weight. And now we'll have 112 kilos for Hiroshi Miura. And you've got to admire his longevity, still here, still competing at the highest level at the age of 48. And many people are well beyond their retirement. And this bench is only just 2 meters long. And now we see his very idiosyncratic routine again. This for 112 kilos.
Start. Hey.
Looking good. So he's gone beyond his qualifying standard, peaking just at the right time, and also getting the appreciation from the crowd. I'm sure many people here are watching Paralympic powerlifting for the first time, but they're really embracing the event here and embracing the competition. 117 kilos. And next we will have the home favourite, Anthony Pedal. Once the bar is loaded and we get the signal from the referee, They then have 2 minutes for lifters to enter from the warm-up area and start their lift. And he's going here for 140 kilos. Very patriotic wheelchair as well. Turned 41 back in May. And like so many of these great British athletes, the highlight of their career coming right at the end. It's an angle bar. He needs to keep that control, and he does so. And the Union Jacks are flying again here inside the XL. And he permits himself a smile. He's still got some way to go before he matches his qualifying standard, but he's on the way. And he's a clear leader at the moment, Anthony Peddle. And now there's pressure on this man, Anatoly Mikuluk, going for 140 kilos again. He chose to go big right from the start, and it cost him in his opening lift. And he looks as though he's been simmering in the warm-up area ever since that first lift. Is it this time? No. So a second failure for the Ukrainian. So he'll have one final chance here. He's not been able to replicate what he did during the Olympic qualifying. Once that bar gets skew whiff again, it's very difficult to bring it back. It's a relatively small body movement, but everything has to be right from the start. Here is Patrick Ardon again. Just making absolutely sure. So every lifter has at least one successful lift so far, apart from Anatoly Mikuluk. He looks confident. And he's happy as well with that. Very, very happy. So 141 kilos, and he moves into the lead. 5 kilos in excess of what he achieved during the Olympic qualification. And he and the likes of Anthony Peddle now will have to consider what they will try to do in their final lift to try and put the pressure on those who are in Group A, the perceived stronger lifters.
Bars loaded.
Barbell is loaded, 82 kilograms for the third attempt from Uzbekistan, Yakubu.
And now the 19-year-old for the third time. And the crowd here giving every single competitor great support. It must really lift them. It can be a very lonely life being a top athlete, all those hours training away from the public eye, but it's all for moments like this.
Start. Sit right.
Final attempt for him.
Right.
And unsuccessful for the Uzbek. You've got to get the elbows locked on the way back up. If you don't manage it, there's a very small margin for error.
Attention all coaches in the A group, we have 1 minute to make your final changes. This is the first attempt.
Bars loaded.
Bar is loaded, 124 kilograms for the third attempt from Japan, Miura.
2 successes so far for the veteran. And he's been a very popular figure here so far. I think many of the spectators enjoy the build-up to the lifts as much as the lifts themselves. And he is somebody who gives it absolutely everything in their preparation.
From Ukraine, please be ready.
Here we go again, and then we'll see the arching of the back.
Start.
He's had no problem so far.
Get it.
It's got to go up, it's got to go up. Oh, and it's not being given, and you can sense the deflation here as his competition finishes. So 117 kilograms remains the top lift so far for Hiroshi Miura. Now, 140 kilograms again at the third time of asking for Anatoly Mikolyuk. Now or never for him. And 4 years preparation for this particular athlete all comes down to this. He went for the big weight right from the start. And now he's simply trying to put something on the board at least. And the crowd know just what a big moment this is for him. He's had problems keeping that bar straight so far. Can he do it? Can he do it? No. Just too much in the end for him. Fails to put a lift on the board. Never really looked possible right from the moment he tried to complete the second half of the lift. And you could even see the look of disappointment on the referees there. 145 kilograms for Anthony Pedal now. This would put him into the lead, although we do have the Group A still to come. And to put that into context, Yakubu Adesokan lifted 177 kilos to break the world record. But this would match his lift in the Olympic qualifying. He's been very economical so far.
Yeah. Wait. Start.
Needs to maintain that control. Can he get it up? He can. Oh, despite that, the crowd's cheering. The lift has not been adjudged successful. So Anthony Pedal's Paralympic career comes to an end. And after 7 games, he's entitled to milk the moment. The crowd seems sure there that the lift had been successful, but it's a very technical skill at this level. And that right elbow didn't quite get locked. So Pedal currently second in the competition. Patrick Ardon, our current leader, going for 146 kilograms here. He's clearly enjoying himself, and why not?
Lift to the follow is Vladimir, Vietnam. Be ready.
This to make him
Start.
the top lifter in this particular group.
Good lift.
Which he does. And he has set the standard for Group A to follow, 146 kilograms. And there was great control there from Ardon. And Martin Burley, our chief referee, has now indicated we have 2 minutes, and now we are on to Group A. And it's Van Phu Nguyen. From Vietnam, 31 years old, and he lifted 147 kilograms in Olympic qualifying.
Coach, wheelchair.
145 kilograms, his first throw.
Thank you.
And this will put him 1 kilogram behind Patrick Ardon.
Start.
Looking good.
Good lift.
So that's a solid start from the Vietnamese. Ranked number 6 coming into this competition. You can see they're quite a wide grab of the bar, but he still had the control to bring it up to that locked elbow position, which is what the referees are looking for. Now our first Indian lifter, Farman Basha. 38 years old. And he qualified with the 4th best lift in Dubai, so he must be considered a medal contender here. this 150 kilograms, this would put him into an early lead.
Start.
It's wobbling, it's wobbling. And it's not successful. Never looked to be a possibility there. As soon as he tried to bring the bar up towards the locked elbows, he did seem to be struggling there. And the pressure will now be on him to replicate that weight in his second lift and then maybe push on with his final lift. Only 3 attempts, unless you're going for a world record, when you will be allowed an extra lift. So 152 kilograms now. Simonai from Laos. Bronze medalist in Beijing.
Abdelmagid from Egypt, be ready.
So this is somebody well capable of reaching the podium. And we're now getting towards the lifters who will be the medal contenders here in London.
Start.
Smooth so far.
Right.
Oh, but not on this occasion. Seems to be enjoying it, but couldn't quite get the extension he needed there. And I think we're seeing lifters here. He fails at 152 kilograms, already wary of what may be to come here, and they're trying to put pressure on the likes of Adesokan. And that bar needed to be straight, really. And now we have the Egyptian, Taha Abdelmagid. He is going for 160 kilos, which will give him the lead. And the 25-year-old finished second behind Adesokan in the Olympic qualifying with a lift of 164 kilos.
Taha. ركز في مخك شوية. على مهلك وزي ما قلت لك. ركز. ركز. اشخط في الحديد يلا.
So having taken the silver in the Olympic qualification, Can he go one better here when it really matters?
Yes. Start. Maya.
Looked pretty good.
Good lift.
It's good. That's our new leader, Taha Abdelmagid. 160 kilos. And that puts the pressure on those coming behind him. And the next lift will be 165 kilos. Look at the coach. Relief for him as the lift is called good. The decision is given on a big screen over the heads of the lifters, which is why everybody's looking skywards. And now we have Vladimir Balynetc. And this would put him into the lead. He came third in Dubai. Lifted 162 kilos, so this would go beyond that right at the start. But these lifters know now this is what they have to do. And you can't miss those Russian tracksuits all around the Olympic Park. ...165 kilos.
Start.
Let's see.
Good.
It's good. He's the new leader. And now we wait for the gold medal favourite, Yakubu Adesokan. Vladimir Balynetc, 165. So Adesokan may have to go close to his world record in his first lift to try and put out a statement of intent here. And here he comes, 172 kilos for his opening lift, only 5 kilograms short of his world record. And the way things are going, we could see some records broken here in the opening powerlifting competition at the London Paralympics. His countryman, Rule Ishaku, won the gold medal in Beijing 4 years ago, but not here this time around. And Nigerian hopes rest with this man. And this would put him 7 kilos clear already. Oh, looks pretty good. No problem at all. And if he carries on in that vein, we will surely have a new world record here today. A new Olympic record already, and it's only his first lift. So the Paralympic record goes, and the gold medal contender is on his way already. And the previous record, 169 kilos from Rule Ishaku when he won the gold medal in Beijing 4 years ago. And that has already been surpassed here. And the world record holder is now the Paralympic record holder as well. And he looks as though there's much more to come from him. So 148 kilos now is the target for Vladimir from Vietnam. And the question is, can anybody get anywhere near Yakubu and Adesokan before this competition comes to an end? And you wonder if you may go for the world record with only a second lift. But in the meantime, here is the Vietnamese. Look pretty comfortable lifting 145. The bar was angled coming back up there, and he knows it. And right from the moment he tried to lift the bar from the chest there was trouble there for Nguyen. And to put things in context, he's already 27 kilos behind Adesokan. But being at the Paralympics is also about doing your personal best. And that's what we've seen so far in the competition. Barman Basha now, his second attempt at 150 kilograms. He's capable of getting towards 160. But at the moment, he just needs a lift on the board here.
Start!
He kept that one straight. He thinks it's good. It is good. $150 kilograms for the Indian. And now Simai. And he's going for 155 kilograms, despite having failed at 152. He's determined to enjoy the experience here, clearly. Drinking it all in. And this would match his qualifying lift. So having failed at 152 kilos, now he will try at 155.
Start.
Looking better. And he's made it. That puts him 4th place overall so far. He's some way behind Taha Abdelmagid, but he's still in there contending. The bronze medalist from Beijing 4 years ago. And now Taha Abdelmagid, 165 kilos. This will bring him level with Vladimir Balynetc, who is in 2nd place behind Adesokan. And the 25-year-old making his Paralympic debut here. And we saw before during his first lift, the coach was straining every sinew as well. And he's opting not to have his legs strapped down. He's living every moment, isn't he?
Yes. Stop.
How clean was that? Clean enough, 165 kilos. And he's gone beyond his qualifying standard. And that puts the pressure now on Balynetc in 2nd place. So Balynetc will now go for 170 kilos. So this would put him in the silver medal position. Vladimir Balynetc. He's keeping it straight. Looked pretty good. And he moves clear in second place. So he's moved to 170 kilos, Balynetc, way in excess of what he achieved, the qualifying standard. And now we have the man who broke the Paralympic record in his last lift. Yakubu Adesokan. And this would be a new world record. This could be the first of the powerlifting here at London 2012. He looked cool as a cucumber in breaking the Paralympic record with his first lift, and this would take him 1 kilo clear of what he achieved in Dubai to set the new world record back in February. Pretty straight going back up. Is it a world record? It is! A new world record for Yakubu Adesokan. In his first lift, he broke the Paralympic record. In his second lift, he's broken the world record. And surely he's heading for the gold medal as well. And he still has 1 lift to come. Should he need it. And he looked to be somebody who maybe could go a bit further as well. So the final round now. And the guy knows he can't compete for the medals. So this would improve him to 148 kilos. And also go beyond what he achieved in qualifying. Slight wobble on the bar, but he's happy. But the judges aren't convinced. The mind game's not working there from the Vietnamese, so he dips out to the competition at 145 kilos. marginal in the end. There was a slight tilt of the bar from right to left as he pulled it up. Although he tried to convince the judges, their minds were already made up. And now it's Farman Basha going for 165 kilos. This will put him level in third place, should he achieve it. So, having achieved 150 kilos, he's now putting it all on the line. 165 in his final lift. No, never looked likely, really. Gambling there to try and force himself closer to the podium, and why not? But the crowd appreciating his efforts there. Sime now going for 165 as well. Taha Abdelmagid is currently in the bronze medal position on this mark. So if lifters are level, then positions would be decided on their body weight. So all those sort of calculations will have been going on between the lifters and the coaches in the warm-up area. All these lifters weigh less than 48 kilos, and the world record has just been broken by Yakubu Adesokan, 178 kilos. That puts into perspective the immense nature of this sport. And Samai here going for 165. No, doesn't look as though it's going to happen. He was struggling there from the moment he tried to lift off the chest. But that's the best smile we've seen so far. Somebody who has really embraced the Paralympic experience. So one lift for him, 155 kilos. So the medals will be decided between Abdelmagid, Balynetc and Adesokan, and the question is, what do Abdelmagid and Balynetc do now to try and get anywhere near the Nigerian? He was struggling there almost before the bar got to the chest, and he knew it. And now we have the Egyptian again. He's going for 170 kilos, which will bring him level with Balynetc. And should he manage this, and the Russian not go beyond 170, then the silver medal could be decided by body weight here.
ركز معايا. طه زي ما فهمتك.
And the Egyptian coach has certainly been one of the stars of this competition so far.
يا رب. يا بيت الطيب. نفس. نفس يا طه.
This to put him level with the Russian in the silver medal position.
Yes. Start. معايا.
Does he have the control? No. So he will finish in the bronze medal. Taha Abdelmagid, third place for the Egyptian. And does Balynetc try and get anywhere near Adesokan now? He's guaranteed silver, the Russian, he knows that. And he's going for 171. So we know the gold medal will go to Adesokan. The question is, can he break the world record again with his final lift? But here the Russian knows the silver is in the bag. So the 27-year-old looking to improve on personal bests here. He's got the silver. Can he finish with a personal best? Doesn't look as though he has. So a failure in the final round for the Russian. But they can celebrate the silver medal. And now Yakubu Adesokan will be going for 180 kilos. This would be his second world record in this competition. So here is the man who already knows he has the gold medal. Lift number 1, the Paralympic record. Lift number 2, the world record. And this man now lifting nearly 4 times his body weight. 180 kilos. He's looked so calm and composed in his previous 2 lifts. And this would really be the icing on the cake for him.
Start.
The gold medal is already his. Does he have a second world record? He does! What a series of lifting there from Yakubu Adesokan. 3 momentous lifts for him. And they're all on their feet here inside the XL Arena. Another world record. He's been so calm and composed. Finally, we see some emotion and thanks from him. And the 33-year-old has dominated this competition. The gold medal looked to be his all the way from the first round. And no one else has got near him. That's the second world record. So it's a gold medal for Yakubu Adesokan. And now on Paralympic Sport TV International, we stay at the XL Arena and we move to the table tennis hall.
Yeah. So